Just give me a minute. Un momento. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elected in 1/3, and Adawan Ratazah. These lessons are edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash. All right, take myself off the screen. Adawan Ratazah, these lessons are edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, and the Wada, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Jake is ready to fill in the blank for oppression. Damn. I had a few choice words that I wanted to put, but I didn't want to put it in the title because I wasn't sure if certain words could get flagged, so you fill in the blank. Jake is ready to bleep for oppression. Jake is ready to crash out for oppression. Jake is ready to be sacrificed for oppression. Jake is ready to die for oppression. Okay. And we'll probably go into the word oppression. Got some scriptures for you. But before I do that, I want to share this video that I saw earlier today. And then as I was getting ready to do this lesson, the same video popped up on social media. So I said, yeah, that's my cue. So let me do this. Just wanted to make sure the audio and video is good. And what we're going to do is we're going to go right here. Okay, so let's watch this together. And then I got the full clip as well. So I'll play the audio for you for that. So right here, this brother Hopeful Elect has a lot of good short videos, straight to the point, and great for lessons as well. So without further ado, let's play this real quick. Go right here. Make sure the audio is good.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
And that's 1000% correct. This is what you would call missile food. Now I'm gonna play this again. Okay, we're gonna play this. I got the full video, but if you watch my videos, if you know me, I don't like doing too much talking without starting off with a precept. So we're gonna go to Isaiah 30. Okay, and we're not surprised. Okay, if you are eating this roll, if you are truly if Yahweh Bashem El Shai is truly supping with you, then your mental process when certain situations like this are seen, you already know how to analyze it. Okay, so you could start at 1. We are dealing with the rebellious children of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. We're also dealing with portions of our people that ultimately were born in vain. So then that means they're also born for the fire. This is Isaiah 30:12. It says, wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel. This is what the Holy One of Israel says. Because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Okay, so our people, for the majority, they trust in oppression and despise the word of liberty. They despise the place of repentance. They despise salvation. They despise the freedom that Yahweh Bashem El Shai has set before them, and they'd rather trust in oppression. They'd rather be a homeborn slave. And guess what? To no surprise, when you look at that video, of course, in this platform, the comments are going to be more biblically based, okay, more sobering. But when you look at this same video on social media, it's a complete difference. Okay, so look at this. All right, I'll show you. drive-through food, right? Jake still hasn't come to realize that this country doesn't give a damn about him. Well, it's not that he hasn't realized, he's not allowed to realize spiritually. Okay, so now what I want to do, since I said that, is we're going to just do a quick example. All right, so we'll go right here and I want to show you. All right, we'll put myself on the screen and let me show you this now. So I follow this this Jake page who's completely for Babylon. So what they say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So check this out real quick. All right, so I'm going to show you this. So let me see, take myself off the screen. All right, let's go like this.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch.
We want to.
I love this country. I protect this bitch. Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I protect this bitch.
See that? He's willing to die for this. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to read the comments. Okay, so I'm just going to real quick, I'm going to show you the complete difference, okay, from us having the eye salve and the truth and how we respond biblically to Jake and his thought process compared to how the world or Babylon responds to that Jake's mindset. So in the comments, of course, you got Jake as well. All right, the so-called black woman, black man. Someone said, I love Americans who think this way. See, they love seeing our people think like this. They love seeing our people trust in oppression. See, Jake is ready to die for oppression, and the enemy loves to see that. But I'm not surprised, and nor should you. Someone said, thank you for serving our country. See, sir, thank you for your service. All right. Straight to the point. I love this guy. See, they love Jake when he has a mindset that's furthering his enemy's legacy. But when you have a spiritual mindset and you are free, you now become an enemy to this state. This is why it says the world would love its own. Okay, you have to understand that this is what you are surrounded by in this walk right now. You will only be accepted is if you bow the knee to this captivity. And this is why we are not accepted, because we are not set up in the spirit nor the mindset to give in to Babylon. This is why the scriptures say the Lord has reserved 7,000 men that shall not bow a knee to the image of Baal. Let me actually grab that. Bow, it's in Romans, I believe, 10. Yeah, bow, knee, Baal. Real quick. Should be Romans 10 and Romans 11, excuse me. This is Romans 11 and 4. But what saith the answer of Yahweh unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. So the Lord is differentiating the difference of men he has preserved and other men he has set up to destroy. So you have to understand that moving forward and seeing actions like this when it comes to portions of our people, because some of our people coming in could have a presumptuous mindset with judgment, as in, why are they not zealous like I'm zealous? Why are they not fearing like I'm fearing? Because the Lord is not dealing with all of his people right now. Hence why, even though the gospel is for all Israel, not all Israel's going to take heed. This is why you have to understand some have just been born in vain. Hence why we have statements like this. Okay. See, so let's go back one more time. Do we need the comments? I don't believe we need the comments. Let's see. How do we take this off? Okay. One more time. Let's run it back. And then I'm going to get in some scripture. So it's all good. He's just a part of the Jakes that will fulfill the piles of bodies that will be vanquished, all right, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, pertaining to the prophecy of 2 Ezra 13, okay? Real quick.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people.
The Lord's hearing it. By thy words, you're justified or condemned. So you're looking at a condemned Israelite. If he to be an Israelite, could be a tear. See?
Be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country.
And we're waiting to go to our country. We are waiting in this country while enduring this oppression to be delivered out of it while you are fighting to keep it. Woe to them that go to Egypt for help. Woe to them that uphold Egypt, they shall fall with it. So you're looking at an individual who appears to be an Israelite. We believe he is. He's just fulfilling his part, nothing personal, just analyzing, dissecting, and breaking down biblically and prophetically so what we can move forward with stability of our minds. Jacob's troubles on the way. These are things that we need to process and understand so when it happens, we are not overthrown based off what they call emotions.
Bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
I love this country. I'm going to protect this bitch. So this is his woman, okay? And he, like any other man, jealousy is the rage of a man, so he's willing to die as a man for this woman that he considers. But this woman does not love him like he loves her. It's a Kasich love-hate relation scenario that Jake has always had with this place. Remember a few months back when that little so-called black girl was waiting for her beloved baby Biden to come and hug and kiss and embrace her like he's doing his fellow white counterparts, and he skipped right past her. And then there was a moment of clarity. There was a moment when she finally realized he don't love me like I love her. What's she saying, baby boy? He don't love me no more. Well, hey, we try to tell you. We try to tell you they don't love you. Okay? You don't love them most. All right, so let's go. Let's keep going. All right, we got this out the way. Now let's just jump right into this. 2nd Ezra 9 and 22. Should we start up? Let's see. Let's start up. 2nd Ezra 9 and 22. Now this is in the 1611 version, so some of it could be in Old English. So let's read it. Verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril, savage-like, right? Judgment. Let's actually look up the word peril just to get a better understanding. Peril, definition. Serious, immediate danger. So we see the seriousness that's going on, the danger that's round about. So one would be in the mindset to be closer to the Lord as danger approaches. This is why you ought to seek the Lord while he may be found, and don't wait for the time of your tribulation then to seek the Lord. He don't like that. He don't work like that. He don't want that. Okay. The Lord don't want us to want him when we just need him. Just like a man don't want a woman that only calls him because now she's drunk and she needs a ride home from the bar. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Nobody likes that. All right. So we are now understanding pertaining to the level of servitude, what is liking and disliking when it comes to who we are serving. All right. We are servants here. So act right. It says because of the devices that will come to pass. And what's that ultimate device that we're waiting to come to pass? The mark. Okay. And it says, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people. That ultimately is who? The elect. All right. And it says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. You have to understand the majority of our people are just born in vain. They're, as the brother, we were having a conversation last night, he called them overstock. When you go into retail and you understand that when it comes to items to be purchased or picked, there is something called overstock, which is not even seen or available to the general public. Okay, so these are non-playable characters. These are just NPCs. You know, these are just the oh my God moment individuals. They just are filler. Okay, it's like a song. You have the song, but then you have filler. All right, that's all Jake is. And you have to look at them like that. You need to learn how to spiritually, mentally, and emotionally detach from what is set up not to be attached to. There's a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. All right. So Jake is showing you their position in the movie. How many movies have you ever watched and saw an extra be taken out? Did you bat an eye? Did it upset you? Did it affect how you liked and enjoyed the movie? Did it stop you from paying attention to the main character? Absolutely not. So let it be. This is a part of the movie. It says, and let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So the Lord is over here with it, okay? This is why it says, who he loves, he chastens. Other Jakes, they're getting, they're prosper, they're living, they're doing this, they're doing that, because the Lord's not dealing with them. You going through this, going through that, because the Lord's dealing with you. See, we're ready and have and are dead for Yahweh Bashem Shai, okay, right? Dead to this world, while Jake is ready to lose his life, all right, for this place. Let's get that. Yahweh Shai said that he that lose his life for my sake, see, not for Babylon, not for oppression, all right? Let's get this real quick. Let's go to Matthew's 10. I like Matthew's 10 more. We'll keep that because there is a little bit more to read in that. So let's go to Matthew's 10 real quick. And let's get this in red letters so we understand who's speaking. So we have a better mindset while we think, okay? Matthew's 10. Let's go down. Let me see. Yes, Matthew's 10 and 34 real quick. Oh, look at that. I like that right there. Just give me a second. Right here, Matthew's 10 and 39. There's a lot in here, but I just want to get to the point. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So you are supposed to lose your life for the sake of Yahweh Shem Shai. You're not supposed to lose your life for Babylon, because if you find your life for Babylon, you're going to lose it. See? So Jake doesn't understand where he's supposed to be sacrificing. Now he is the sacrifice, a part of the sacrifice that will be in Basra or will be in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay. So now that we got that out the way, let's go. We read this. Yep. Now let's go here. This is Isaiah 9 and 19. I've been thinking about this scripture all week. It says, through the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai, host in the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. So right here, we already have prophetically that there are portions of our people, as well as the inhabitants of Babylon, that will be the fuel for the fire that's coming. And this is why you hear words like missile food, okay? A lot of our people are set up to be missile food, and they are proclaiming that to you. They're letting it be known where they stand mentally, and that's okay. So then we go into the scriptures, and we have now the narrative laid out so we understand why these statements are made, instead of having this black big mama confused, caring mindset of, oh, this poor child, that poor child need to. No, this is what he's set up to do. This is what he's set up to be. This is why it's a blessing for the brothers. And even if there's sisters that have been in the military and that now are out of it, okay? Because I know a few brothers in this walk that are ex-military, and the Lord pulled them out, because when you're in there, your mind is completely given over to it, okay? It's a world within a world. This is why people try to take John 3:16 and cover everything, even though you know that there's worlds within worlds. And the military is a whole world within itself that I would not want to be a part of. And this is an example why, because you now have given your body and mind and spirit to it, okay? What do they call them? G.I. Joe's, what is that? G.I. galvanized, what is it? Government issued, you know? So you're just a tool for Esau. You're not a tool or a vessel for the Lord. You now are just a tool for the meat machine. All right, so now we got that one. Let's go to this. This is Ezekiel 24, and let's start at 9, okay? Ezekiel 24:9, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, woe to the bloody city. Now, in context, we know that this judgment was befalled on Jerusalem itself, but now this judgment befalls on what? Babylon the Great, okay? Because the same people that this judgment fell upon in ancient Jerusalem, these same people are still doing these same acts now, but where? Here in Babylon. And remember, Jerusalem is a people before a place. So judgments in times past that happened to Jerusalem now will happen to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, wherever those inhabitants are at, because Jerusalem is a people before a place. Let's prove that. I believe that's Ezekiel 5:5. Real quick. Ezekiel 5. Let me see. Let me get it together. Look, Jerusalem's desolation foretold. See? Right here. Ezekiel 5:5. Thus saith the Lord power. This is Jerusalem. I have set it in the midst of the nations and countries that are round about her. So there are in particular judgments that have befallen Jerusalem, and now these judgments are going to refall upon Jerusalem or the inhabitants of Jerusalem where they may be. Now let's go back to this, because the same actions what led to that destruction is the same actions that they're doing now. Now, one precept that comes to mind is Isaiah, excuse me for that. In Isaiah, I believe 3:9, it says they shew their countenance as Sodom, so they have to receive the judgments as Sodom, just like Babylon is going to receive the judgments as Sodom and Gomorrah. Yep. Isaiah 3:9, the shew of their countenance does witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. So we are not in the literal Sodom and Gomorrah, but the actions that one has done, like in Sodom and Gomorrah, they will receive the same judgment that they received in Sodom and Gomorrah, even though they're not in Sodom and Gomorrah. See? So very beautiful, when you actually look at this and you sit back and understand, and then we know how to fear the Lord more because we see this. And then we're also waiting for the Lord's judgment that's going to fall upon him. And that keeps us in a fearful state because we know this judgment is coming. So Jake's ready to die for Babylon. Jake's ready to crash out for oppression. So leave Jake alone. Let him train. Oh, what's that in Revelations? Is that 21:11? Let's see. Maybe 22. Let me see real quick. Let them be filthy still. Okay, so these lessons are for us to be edified. Yes, I think it's 22. Okay, yes. Let's go to that real quick. Let's go one more chapter over. Red letter is on. Let's go down to final message. I come quickly. And bear with me. Where is it? It's probably right in my face. Look, the murderers, the idolaters. Right here. Revelations 22:10. Final message. The final count. It says, and he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. This is why the Spirit is on us. What? Overdrive. Any minute I can, and while being in the Spirit, on my mind, it's either writing a lesson down or a title or notes for a lesson. Okay, so this is why it's a constant pouring out right now of a message prophetically. You're constantly getting messages prophetically of what's about to happen. And then within that, you're also getting messages of analyzing people and their mindset and their actions before this judgment happens. So we get more clarification to the vision that hasn't come to pass yet. All right, so look, he that is unjust, go back. Let him be unjust still. So nobody call that black brother. Somebody, IUIC, go in front of these military bases. Fuck out of here, man. Okay? We are through the Spirit following the script. Okay? We're following the guidelines of prophecy through the Holy Spirit of what needs to be done, what needs to be said, and what needs to be taught. Okay? What message needs to be brought, what the sheep need to eat. All right, we're not on our own will doing our own thing. So he's unjust. Let his ass be unjust. So then now that brings further edification of scriptures, such as I mentioned, 2 Ezra 13, soldiers going to where? The valley to be ultimately judged by who? Yahweh Shai, that graved himself a great mountain, meaning he was flying in what they call a UFO. But those are the chariots of Israel. Okay, does Esau have mechanics and spells and technology to fabricate flying objects? Yes, but we also know the prophecies pertaining or surrounding around Yahweh Shai returning in a flying object, all right, or multiple. And it says, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. We got to wash him. We got to throw some fringes on him. We got to let that brother know. No, How did they let you know? The Spirit guided you to wake up. So the Spirit's going to guide them to wake them up. Apollo plants, Paul waters, the Most High gives the increase. We're just watering and planting. That's all we're doing. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. So this is where we are at in this walk right now. The kingdom of heaven being as a long journey. On the way getting there, there are a lot of signs. There are a lot of prophetic sayings. There's a lot of things happening round about us. And then we have the script to break it down so we know if we are on the right direction heading to the kingdom of heaven. And remember, Yahweh Shai is the finisher of our faith. So at the end of the day, the best way to get to the kingdom or knowing you're on the right path is following Yahweh Shai. That's it. Okay, that's it. So now going back, Ezekiel 24:9. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, woe to the bloody city. And now who is this ultimate bloody city? Babylon. And Jake is ready to crash out for that bloody city. I hear a lot of people talking and shit, even though I got over here on a slave ship, right? That's Jake's mindset, but that's okay. We're not, oh, look at this, another dumb nigga. No. We're breaking it down why he is being called dumb and acting like this. It's a spiritual disconnection from his power, which was told to us before. It was already foretold, and we're going to get that in Isaiah as well. I will even make the pile for fire great, heap of wood, kindle the fire, consume the flesh, and spice it well, and let the bones be burned. This is the sacrifice that will be in Basra, which is in Babylon, which is now also Jake is going to receive that judgment as well. It's all rolled into one. Then set it empty upon the coals thereof, that the brass of it may be hot and may burn, and that the filthiness of it may be molten in it. And that's another thing. Jake's ready to die for the filthiness. Jake is ready to crash out to allow or to elongate the filthy, disgusting, lewd behavior that this place constantly produces. And that's how I was looking at the people that were commemorating this, Jake, on the comment board on social media compared to the comments on this YouTube channel, Evil versus Good. And all these people that want to declare the greatness of Babylon, they also don't declare the wickedness that this place produces as well. So in one breath, you want to continue this because of prosperity, but in the same aspect, that means wickedness will continue to go on. So what do you really want then from this place? Because all we see is the disgusting, lewd, filthy scum nature, immoral behavior that this place produces nonstop, even while we are sleeping. And you want that to continue, and then you commend a man that's ready to die and give his life for it? This place is beyond evil. The mindset of this place is disgusting and evil. And one thing that I thought to myself, I want to say a year back, maybe even 2 years, is it was always my eye was focused on the elite, global elite, the system, and you understand the Illuminati, you get that. And that's true. There is a system that's at play, but there's also participants that are participating in the wickedness. So the people are part of the problem as well. Okay. The people are part of the problem as well. What's that old saying goes? It takes two to tango. It's just like a relationship. Everybody wants to get on the man, but her ass open her legs too. That's why the prophecy says in Deuteronomy 22, if the woman don't cry out, that bitch guilty too. Excuse me for my language, but you know what I mean and how I'm saying it. It's a message that's being addressed. Okay. There is peril in the world, meaning there's a seriousness that needs to be taken when it comes to these talking points, because prophecy is getting ready to happen. And the level of prophecy, not everyone that hears this message is ready to process that mentally. This is why you got to walk in the spirit. Let's keep going. And it says that the scum of it may be consumed. And there's scum. Isn't there a term? You scumbag. Don't you ever hear that? People say, yeah, damn scumbag. Well, there is scum here. And this place is not worth fighting for. Okay, we know prophetically, but this place, you are fighting to preserve the rulership of worshiping Satan. That's what he don't know he's doing. See, that's why that image and a part of the image is so strong. And it says that it speaks and lives because it lives in these people. It lives in these people. You could stop the so-called this and so-called that, but the people would keep it going. We the people. because that image, and a part of that image is something they call patriotism. And all that is a demonic possession to have people take ownership in this fictional idea. And then he gives you a brand, a color, just like he gives you a team and a city and a stadium to sit in and worship it. Okay. So let's keep going. And it says, she has wearied herself with lies. Now, just like Jerusalem, just like Babylon, just like Jake, they're full of just lies. They're full of fictional ideas. They sit around and drink, and they have all these mythical ideas that they never going to do, but it just makes them feel good when they talk about it. And that's all Babylon is. It's just tweets, twits, likes, posts, subscribe. And it's just ass, shorty, bust it open. So you going to die so women can just still be out here hoes and hoochies. Babies can get aborted. Men are just sitting here stuck in line on child support, out of shape, waiting through the drive-through line just to consume processed food and be a processed individual till they die. You ready to die for that? While Esau gets to stay in his position. Man, bro, this is why it says they were born in vain. Okay, that's a dangerous individual. To be born in vain. What is that? To be born in vain is to be hopeless and live a thug's life. That's what he gave you. See? So he says, Jamal, well, instead of, running and gunning for them, why don't you come running and gunning for me? See? Jake has now just been turned into a gun, turned into a rod, turned into a dunker, turned into a rapper. That's all he is, man. He's just a category now. They just broke Jake down to a category, man. So what are you? I'm a blood. I'm a wide receiver. I'm a rapper. I'm a twerker. That's all they are, man. They're just categorized. She has wearied herself with lies, and her great scum went not forth out of her. No repentance. Her scum shall be in the fire, and thy filthiness is lewdness. Because I couldn't even, because sometimes I go on World Star, I call it nigga news. I went on World Star today, and I was mortified. I was like, normally I can kind of put up with it. Today I just couldn't put up with it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there and look through the nigga news to find something to say, maybe the sheep need to see this to be edified. Not everything that we see is set up for you, brothers and sisters, to see on the level of edification. You might come across something and watch it, but there's times where it's on my spirit to not showcase certain things for the level of teaching, and that's what we're watching and seeing right now. The level of filthy lewdness that's going on in the general public of Jake and the rest of the Babylonian people is disgusting. And then to see the mindset of an individual like this say that he's ready to die for all that, man, the only way one could explain this, they can't explain it scientifically, they can't explain it genetically. You have to, this has to be explained prophetically, biblically. That's the only way that one could come to a conclusion that, wow, that makes sense why they're acting like that. Now we're in the days where the only way to understand the reasoning for the actions that are happening in real time, IRL, online, posts, things like that, you'd have to break it down scripturally. There's no other way. There's no other way that you can sit here comfortably and say, okay, I see why that, because the Y chromosome and then mixed with the 5G. No, man, it's more than that. Okay. Now let's keep going. Ezekiel 24:13, and thy filthiness is lewdness. And guess what? Lewdness is the mother of famine. All right. Because I have purged thee and thou was not purged. We're being purged. That we're being purged to the level to where we now look at this as disgusting. Okay. In the world, I might not have looked at a thick woman twerking as disgusting or nasty. You might have had a different mindset, but now being enlightened, woken, okay, being reminded, all right, of this beautiful knowledge, we now have different eyes and views, all right, and we don't look at things as we did before. Shit, I used to eat Burger King too. Now I think it's disgusting. And we have information that further backs up the opinions that we have pertaining to things that we like and dislike. Let's keep going. Thou shalt not be purged from thy filthiness anymore till I have caused my fury to rest upon thee. And what's that fury ultimately? It's a prophetic fury. Okay. Now let's get it. These prophecies give us the narrative that we understand what's going on and how we react to that. Because if you don't understand 2/3 are perishing, if you don't understand that they were born in vain, if you don't understand that there are more that are set up not to listen than are to listen, then you don't know what you're involved in. Like when you go out to camp, we're not overthrown or bewildered why people are not rushing or coming up to camp, because we know it's all according to the Spirit. Okay, now let's get this. This is Isaiah 6:9. And he said, it says, and he said, go and tell this people. What people? The Lord's people. Hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. So they're not set up to perceive or to understand when they hear certain things. All right. You could just see in his eyes, he's gone. Okay. This is just a spiritual example of different portions of our people and how the Lord is dealing with them, or the level that they're given right now. And majority of the Lord's people is not set up to repent and come under the spirit of the Rakah Kodash, to call on Yahweh Shai, not frustrate the grace, and patiently wait to be delivered. See? Let's keep going. And it says, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. So our people, for the majority, are not converted and are not healed. You are only healed by Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Okay? So a lot of our people need to be healed, need to be cleansed, so that healing and that cleansing is going to come through a prophetic judgment of prophecy. All right? Look, then said I, Lord, how long? How long are niggas gonna nig? How long is she gonna take pictures with her ass on the sink? I gotta brush my teeth, right? How long? How long is the baby mama? How long is the black culture? How long is the blonde weave and wigs, right? How long? I'll tell you. Hold on, settle down, relax. And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. So this is going to be the characteristics on portions of the Lord's people until Babylon is destroyed. Okay? Until black culture is burned out of existence. This is the mindset and characteristics they're going to have. The world star going viral, ready to crash out for Babylon or Bloods or Crips or just whatever, their Hellcat, their woman. Meaning, at the end of the day, if the Lord did not predestinate you to be delivered, you will be completely spiritually dumb to what's in front of you, so that you can be preserved for destruction. This is why the prophecy talks about 2/3 of our people. Okay? So now is the time to seek and keep seeking your own salvation. You know, you could go, or you could be at camp, or you could be watching at camp, and you could have the thought, why is no one coming up? Where's the elect? Not knowing, because you are the elect. The elect's already there. The ones, the ones teaching, the ones listening, the ones on the comment board. This is why it said a small remnant. Okay? So you got to start applying those thought process, and now that puts you in the bracket as what? Ding, 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 of the hopeful elect. And let's end it off on that. Let's end it off on us, because we get on them, but now let's talk about us, okay? Let's end it off on something good for us. This is Romans 8, okay, and 24. Romans 8 and 24. For we are saved by hope. Now, I'm joking, and I'm not telling you to do it, but what they say, put a 1 in the chat if you hopeful. I'm not saying do it. Don't do it. I'm joking, because the Lord got a jovial spirit on me, the Wadi Abashmal Shai. But this is the point I'm making, is like I'm hoping, you're hoping. So that right there keeps you in a good mental, spiritual position. You hope, I hope, we're hoping. So guess what? That means we're going to be saved, because we hope in who? Yahweh Bashmal Shai. That's it. See? Simple. Remember the simplicity of Hamashiach? Very simple. Let's read this and end it. Romans 8:24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. Exactly. Your fridge is empty. You pray, so you hope the Lord gives you food, and then guess what? Then it comes. Okay, that's happened to me a few times where I didn't have food. Whatever situation happens, it's just a part of the test and trial. It's not, oh brother, let me say you some chicken. It's not that, even though, hey, the water. But the point is, sometimes the hopeful elect, not sometimes, there are times when the hopeful elect will go through trying situations where the only thing that they can apply now is faith, hope, and patience. And you got to let that play out. That's why it says, make not haste in a time of trouble. But it says we will go through much tribulation to get to the kingdom of heaven. And when people scramble and they are impatient, that's when they die. How many times you seen the movie, hell no, fuck that, I'm out of here. And they're like, Brad, no. And then, boom. See? Come on, man. We got so many things that we got to use as examples for us. And always remember that at any moment, there can a time arise where you're going to have to apply something like faith, like patience, like being a brother, like being a sister, okay, like being a servant, okay? Because the Lord's watching. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope, right? Man, I hope she okay. I hope that brother. You see, you hope because you don't know. See? For what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. There it is. So now we wait, and we wait with faith, and our faith is kept through hope. So I just want to do that quick lesson. All right. That's the lesson. All right. So I pray that you brothers and you few sincere sisters, you was edified, exhorted, and comforted through the Spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.